All right, welcome everybody. Today we find ourselves down here at Sathorn Pier again. We went on a boat trip last week and we went up to all the way to Ayutthaya, and I had a good time on that. So I found another little tour that's just inside of Bangkok. So we're going to spend about a half a day and we're going to jump on and jump off of another little tour boat. I found a little deal for 699 baht, and it's going to stop at 5 different Ayutthaya era temples, and we'll stop for another place for lunch and stuff like that. But we'll get a chance to look around inside of Bangkok. Bangkok is where most of the action is that you see from the river. So we'll take a look at this busy river system down here and see what we see. So the Sathorn Pier they've just rebuilt all of this stuff down here. And there's quite a bit that goes on here. Here's the Sathorn Bridge. And then you can see some of the boats and all of that on the river. But this is kind of a main hub of the area. The BTS goes right here. So a lot of the tour boats and everything pick people up from this area. And you can see there's another little tour boat. And there's all kinds of stuff around here. Here's like a Chinese style temple. And you got some of the high-rise condos and everything down here on the river. It's really a cool area. I like coming down here on the river. And as you can see, the river is super high right now. We've been getting a ton of rain. And then it hasn't got to the point where it's needing sandbags and stuff yet, which I've seen before. But if it keeps raining, some of these low-lying places along the river will start flooding soon. So this is the boat that we'll be taking today. Pretty good size, has the upper deck, so we'll be able to enjoy the river on the top. All right, so we're out on the river, and there's tons of boats going along here. The big ferries, tour boats, everything else. And this is just taking a look down the Chao Phraya River right over there. That's Asia Teak. You can see the Ferris wheel. That's a popular place to go also in the evening. It has a nice market. Over there's the Ibiza Hotel. And you can see these right here, these are the ferries. I believe they're 20 baht to ride this ferry. So that'd be a cheap way to go. And then they have a tour boat here. Has the guide. And then I think the blue and white one over there also is like a smart tour boat. Lots of new hotels, new one being constructed over there. And then back over here, on the other side of this hotel, you can see that tower with the blue sign. That's the infamous Ghost Hotel, or Ghost Tower. And there's quite a few videos of people that go up there. They bribe the security guard and then they can go up there late at night and they can go through that. That condo just was being built, and then during the financial collapse in I think 2009, they just stopped construction and it's been sitting there ever since. Yeah, we turn around, so this is actually a good look at that ghost tower. Then over here, some cool stuff, cool skyline of Bangkok. And then right over here, this is a nice temple. I've been here before. I need to come down and make a video of it. It has the main hall that's shaped like a Chinese junk. You can kind of see it right over there, which is like an old boat. And then this is quite a bit of the old warehouse district here. And a new tower going up, and then you can see some more cranes over there. But they're bulldozing this. This will probably be condo towers here in a little bit. And then an old wood boat. These are the Chao Phraya Princess boats. Now these are what the dinner cruise boats look like. And I've done it several times. Come down here on the Chao Phraya in the evening, and then you do a dinner cruise that goes from this area up to the Rama Iii bridge and back. And it's quite fun. They're like 500 to 800 baht a person. And you can see some of the condo towers. Now it's quite windy today, so hopefully the wind isn't coming through on the microphone too bad. I have my wireless mic on with the windsock, so hopefully that'll keep the noise down. This is kind of nice. The river's nice and calm down here. And kind of a cool little church over there. And then this Avanti here, this is a new tower. I've never seen it before. I believe it's a new one anyway. Maybe I just didn't see it before. Okay, Okay, so here we go. This is going to be our first stop. We're at Wat Bukkhalo. And this one here, it's a temple that not too many tourists come over to, so it should be pretty cool to see. You got to climb up. This is a 3-story building right here, and then it looks like they're building like a new giant Buddha on the river, and you can see a few of the buildings. So we're going to explore this for a little bit. This is the first of 5 temples we'll stop at today. It's a pretty nice look at this building. So I believe this temple was built in 1767. So it was the year that Ayutthaya fell is when they started building this temple. So this temple here is famous for people coming over to feed the fish, which the Thais do pretty much at every temple. They come over here, they feed the fish, and they make some merit, and you can just see how many fish are in this river. So this is pretty cool here. So we have an old ordination hall, and then we have a little wehan here, and then we're going to climb up there, and we're going to check that out. So the first thing we're going to see is we're going to see this little ordination hall. Okay, so right next to the ordination hall, you see this little prong, and then it has the low wall here, and then you can see the sema stones, or the marker stones. And this is built in the late Ayutthaya style, and it has the little shade here. So these are always cool when I see like these temples that are actually in operation that were the Ayutthaya style. So all the videos that I've made in Ayutthaya and Lopburi and other places, when you see just the ruins, this is what it would have looked like when it was in operation. And it's really a shame when you just see a pile of bricks compared to this. I mean, this is really nice. So here is the principal Buddha, and then you can see all the paintings on it. Now the paintings have obviously been restored. They're not the Ayutthaya style murals, but that is nice. You can see the images of the Buddha behind, and then the scenes of the Buddha around on the top. And then this big mural here above the doors when you come in. Yeah, this is a nice building here for sure. So you can see the windows, how they have the black lacquer with the gold inlay. All right, this is nice. So we'll go over to the wehan next. So over here we got a monk that's coming in, and so he's setting up his mat, and he'll give some lectures and some blessings to people. Okay, so right next to that little ordination hall is this wehan. So they have the shrine here, and then they have some more Buddha images over this way. And there's quite a few people over here making donations and burning the joe sticks and everything. And then you can't have any temple in Thailand without a soy dog. And then we're going to go into this little wehan. So take a look at the outside of the building here. These cars up close to it kind of ruin a little bit of it, but you can see it's kind of bowed in the middle, like the Chinese ship. And then you have the naga that wraps all around it. And then right here is the head of the naga. So this naga actually goes all the way around this wehan. And then it has the little porch out here with another one of the Buddhas with the naga behind his head. And then let's go inside of here. So you can see the artwork above the door. And some more of the same doors as that little ordination hall with that inlay and the black lacquer. And this one here also has the murals on the inside. And some more of the scenes of the life of the Buddha. Yeah, this is a nice building also. Yeah, this is just exactly like what you have seen in all the Ayutthaya temples, with this white and red and these heavy doors like this, and the murals. This is kind of interesting one. So she's breastfeeding, and then you have the teal colored horses, the elephants, and some of the scenes of the daily life. This is nice. And then you can see how the pedestal that the Buddha is on is shaped like the boat also. Kind of the theme of the temple. Back over here you can see this is the new construction. So they're building a gigantic Buddha right there. You can just see the legs and then part of the body. And then here's the bell tower. And then they're building a new hall back behind there. And over here, looks like all the monks are done. They're all getting in a car to go somewhere. Okay, so now we're going to climb up some stairs to a third-story platform up here. And you can see these stairs has the naga that comes all the way down, just like that little wehan, which was pretty cool. But this one is a gold naga. So let's go up here and then let's see what it looks like on the top. All right, so this is really cool. So we have like a little moon drop there. And then we have a shrine here in the middle with the Buddha, and then a couple more little structures up on top here. And from up here it gives you a nice view of the river, as well as the other parts of the temple. So there's that little ordination hall, and then right here's that little wehan we went into. And then when you look over there, you can see the new construction of the Buddha. Yeah, but here's a really nice look at that building. You can see all the detail work that went into all of this. And then what's cool, I like this here, it has the Buddha that's sitting here, has a couple other little Buddhas around it, but then you have the prayer wheel right behind the Buddha, or the wheel of law. And then you can see all the detail work in the ceiling, and then some standing Buddhas and all of that. But this is what's really cool. So you have this little building here, and we're up on this 3-story platform, and then you can just look out at the river and just see how massive the Chao Phraya River is. So this is over towards the port, over in the Rama Iii area, I believe. And you can see the big shipping boat barges. And then over here is like another warehouse and stuff. And then a condo tower over that way. So here we have the little statue. It's like the Utang pose that they have. And you can see the monkey and the elephant are giving the offering to the Buddha. And then this little building here in the back. You can see the naga and everything up around there. And then over here they have all of the Buddhas for the days of the week. And people can come over and leave a blessing. And you have that one there that's the same with the monkey and the elephant doing the donation. All right, so we're back down and looking at this little wehan. This naga that circles all the way around this temple is really, or this building, is really cool. And then we have a temple cat right here. Meow, kitty, 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 kitty. He's up here making sure nobody's up to any monkey business. But yeah, this naga wraps all the way around the building. And then you can see how it is kind of bowed in the middle, like the old junk. And then you can see the outside. All right, so this is the little tour here at Wat Bukkhalo. So we've been here about 40 minutes and we got to see the whole temple. And it's really cool. I've enjoyed this a lot. So we're going to jump back on the boat and we're going to go see the next temple. But I knew nothing about this Wat Bukkhalo. I've never even heard of it or anything. So I did a little research, and it was built in the Ayutthaya style in 1767. So right when Ayutthaya fell, this temple was completed. So pretty interesting. And the buildings are in nice shape. So we're going to go and see the next one. I'm excited about the next temple also. We'll look at it when we get there. Okay, so we're back on the river, and as you can see. Now the next temple is one I'm really excited to go see. We're going to be going over by Chinatown. We're going to be in the Talat Noi area. And then you can just see kind of some of the riverbank here. But the next temple actually has quite a bit of history that goes back to Rama I, Rama III, and we'll look at it whenever we get there. All right, if we look right up there, that's the tower where they filmed Hangover 2. So it's a pretty famous building. And a little bit more of the river traffic here. So we're going back north up past the Sathorn Pier, and we're going to go to the next one on Talat. Okay, so the plan is we're going to jump off the boat here, and we're going to go check out a Chinese shrine. And you can see part of it is where they let off the fireworks and they have the little pagoda. And then we're going to walk inland to the next temple right next to Chinatown. Okay, so this is the Chinese temple, Zhou Xing Go. And it's pretty cool. They have these little, relief things on the front of the temple right here. And then we're going to go in and take a look. So you see they have the little lions and stuff, and then in here is the main Buddha. Yeah, the Chinese temples are always such a contrast compared to the Thai temples. I mean, you see all the reds and golds and everything, and just color everywhere. And the Thai temples are a little more traditional, you know, with the whites and golds and stuff. But this is a pretty decent little shrine. So you can see here, the people light the candles, and they leave the little offerings and stuff. All right, now let's walk up to the next temple. You can see 3 of the little Buddhas. I'm not sure if these are the past, present, and future Buddhas, but you can see the little Buddha symbol on them. And then people come right here, and then they burn the joe sticks, and then they pray right here in front of the altar. Okay, so we're going to walk up from that little shrine. We're going to walk right up through the outskirts of Talat Noi. You can see over here they're renovating this Chinese-style house. Now, a lot of this down here in Talat Noi is kind of being gentrified. They're putting in a lot of these like little like coffee shops, art houses, all kinds of stuff they're doing down here in this area. But it's really cool. This Talat Noi is great. They have all these little narrow alleys, and you can see what's going on in here. Looks like we have the workers doing something. And here's another Chinese-style shrine. Everybody's in there making merit. You can buy some lottery tickets here also. Yeah, they're completely redoing this. So it'll be interesting to come back down in a year or so and see what they've done. And you can see these are some more of the little narrow roads and stuff here in Talat Noi. And right here's a little convenience store type building. You see the wooden storefronts and everything. And they got the laundry hanging out on the second floor. Well, since we're here in Talat Noi, you see this all over the place. These guys, they just dismantle cars. So if you need an engine or a transmission or parts for an old truck, a lot of the guys will come down here to Talat Noi, and they'll just buy them from these guys down here. And they just have shops just randomly in their houses. You can see they got like underneath the tarp, they have car parts and tires and just everything. And that's what keeps a lot of those old farm trucks and old cars and everything going. All right, so after a little walk from the Chinese shrine, we're over here at the temple I was really excited to see. We're at Wat Pathum Khongkha or something like that. I can't hardly say it. Anyway, this is an ancient temple that dates back, and there's a lot of history from Rama I, Rama III. With Rama I, his brother, I guess, is the one that he renovated this during Rama I's reign. And in Rama III, what he had to do with this temple was there was an insurrection in part of Thailand during his reign by one of his cousins that tried to lead a rebellion. So whenever he was captured, they actually brought him to this temple, and he was executed at this temple. And he was executed in the traditional Thai way, where if it's a royal, what they do is they put him in a velvet sack, and then they club him to death with a sandalwood club. So they put their head on a stone, and then they smash their neck with the sandalwood club until they are dead. So that's how you dispose of a royal. It's just the way it is. He wasn't the first one to meet his end that way, but it's kind of an interesting way. So we're going to look around this temple and see what it looks like. So here's the outer buildings. And we're going to be able to go in here. And then it has this courtyard with all the seated Buddhas all around. Then it has kind of these little prongs that are quite interesting. You have some that are like in the Khmer style. And then this building over here, this little Wihan, well, it's not very little, but it's built in the Ayutthaya style. You can see how it's bowed in the middle like a boat. And I think this is the ordination hall. There's not any marker stones on the outside. We have these little pedestals, but there's no marker stones. Okay, so here we are inside of this hall. And this is nice. You can see the murals all in here. You can see the painting on the ceiling. And then you can see the principal Buddha image right here. And everybody's in here to see this. Yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, the murals have been restored pretty recently, which I really like seeing the genuine Ayutthaya murals, but it is nice also seeing it after they've been fixed up. So this temple was renovated the first time. It was kind of an old abandoned temple, I believe, and it was renovated by Rama I's brother, King Rama I, and it was a way for him to make merit to his father. And then it's been renovated several times since then. So today in Thailand is Mother's Day. So they have a picture of the Queen, who's now the Queen Mother, and then they have her colors. Her color is that blue, and they have a little thing dedicated to her. It's kind of interesting. You got the monks going around doing their thing, and then you can see this whole courtyard. See some more of it. There's people kind of sitting around. They came over here to get a sermon from the monk. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside that other hall here. They have this closed off. The door was open, so I just pushed it open and took a look. You can see the walls are just the concrete in here, and then the roof and everything. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so I see. These right here are the ordination stones, or the marker stones around the ordination hall. Not that they were just some little jetties, but they are the stone, and you can see in the little slit right here is the little sandstone marker stone. Yeah, this is great. So this is just kind of a little hidden temple here. And you can see the temple wall, and then just it's surrounded by all kinds of stuff. Here's another temple building over here that's kind of like a general purpose hall. But other than that, all around it is just other buildings and stuff. There's just so much going on down here in Talat Noi. All right, so this temple was really nice. I like seeing these old temples like this. This one dates back, you know, to Rama I, and before that, it was an ancient Ayutthaya style temple. So anyway, we looked around here for a little bit, looked at the Wihan, looked at the ordination hall. Now we're gonna walk down through a little bit of Talat Noi, go back towards the river, and then we're gonna get back on the boat and go have lunch. Yeah, here's the old fortification. Here's Wat Arun, or also known as Temple of the Dawn, right next to the Royal Thai Navy headquarters. Now the fortification right here, they were just firing the cannons off, which was really cool. We could see them and hear them, and see the smoke, but we couldn't see the cannon shoot. Which I knew they were doing it today, but it's a shame we missed it. And you can see some of the sailors down here on the pier. Right over here, we have Wat Ho, which has the reclining Buddha in it. And then right over here is Wat Bukkhalo and the Grand Palace. The special class temple. And then we can see a little bit more of the boat traffic here. We have a barge that's bringing sand down from Ayutthaya. And we have the Navy guys out here in the little dinghy. I don't know what they got going on. They're doing something out here. Over there, Wat Bukkhalo. Now it looks like what they're doing is they're actually fishing stuff out of the river, picking up all these water hyacinths and stuff. So they may do something with one of the royal boats. Some of the royal barges, which I've seen that before, and it's really, really cool. All right, so it's lunchtime. So I have some fried rice with some chicken, and have some kapow with the fried egg. Now it's pretty cool because we're eating it right down here on the river. So we stopped along and here we are having lunch. Okay, so after lunch we're back on the boat. Just a little look at the shopping center area here, the Ta Mirage, or however you say it. It's quite a big area. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of boat tours, everything goes out of here. And this is kind of cool. It have like a little houseboat that they've converted into like a I guess it looks like kind of like a hotel or something like that. But there's a lot of boat traffic in this area. And you can see some of the old houses and stuff along the way. Yeah, this is a great part of the city. Okay, so this is Thammasat University. It's pretty cool. They have what looks like the old city wall right here on the river. I never noticed that before. Kind of a nice area down here. And there's a little bit more of the campus. Okay, so here we are. Right over here on the left, this is the Rama Iii Park, and there's a little statue of Rama Iii, and this is the Rama Iii Bridge. It's a pretty interesting bridge. I guess it's what they call like a cantilever bridge. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I've been over here, and I did a video in this park when I did my monuments and memorials video of Bangkok, and we explored this area. Here's something I never knew about. Right here on the river, it looks like they have a storage facility for some of the royal barges. So they make these royal barges out of like a tree. They carve in like dragons and stuff like that. They make one barge or one boat out of a single tree. It looks like they store it over here, and I didn't know about it. I'll have to go over here and take a look at it. Now over here on this side of the river, there's also like a church and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm gonna have to come over here one day and do a little bit of exploring. And some more river traffic here. So we have these, you see these all over the place. You have these little tugboats, and they'll be pulling these barges. These are empty right now, but what they do is they load them up with sand and gravel, and they bring them in from parts north, from Ayutthaya or north of there, and they bring them down here to feed the concrete industry here in Bangkok. Okay, so we're coming up here at the future Parliament House here in Thailand. This will be the largest parliament in the world, I believe, and it's currently under construction. It'll have its own pier right over here, and then this will be all administrative areas, huge open area. Then it'll have these stairs that will come down from the very top, from that shrine up there. But I believe this will be open next year. You can see the construction going on right there on the stairs. But you can see this from pretty much anywhere in Bangkok. If you get up at a high point, you can see this gold sticking up. Pretty impressive. So just north of the Parliament House, looks like there's a kind of an interesting little temple here. You can see that like green looking chetty. It looks like King Taksin the Great's hat. And I have no idea what the name of this temple is, but it looks quite interesting. The sign right here is in Thai, so I'll have to do a translate, try to figure out and come over here and take a look at it. It looks interesting enough, and I like to see interesting places. And take a look at some of the old buildings along the river. And we got a little peach-colored temple right there with some moon drops. You can see the halls. That's also one that looks like it might be interesting to go and take a look at. And then you can see some of the parts of another temple over here. See that massive gold jetty. And you can see the smokestack for the crematorium. And then we have a couple little tour boats or ferries. They look like ferry boats. So they must just ferry right across from the pier right there at that temple. This is a big temple here, Wat Bukkhalo. There's the bell tower. You can see all the buildings. And then there's general purpose building here. Tons of detail work up at the top. Got a Garuda with the giant riding on its back. Okay, so we found our next stop. We're gonna go and we're gonna check out Wat Khempirataram or something like that. So this is an early Ayutthaya temple, and it has quite a bit of history back with Rama IV, and it supposedly has a Buddha relic and some other stuff. So we're gonna stop here for a bit and go check it out. This is the front of this amazing temple. You can see it has the outer wall, and this is the entry gate to go into it. Now, I can't pronounce the name of this temple, but it kind of goes by the short name, which is Wat Khem. That's a little easier to say. So we can see the front of this temple. It is really, really nice. Now, the data plate back there says that the temple predates Bangkok, that it's an Ayutthaya style, and it was renovated under King Rama IV. So, you know, the history goes way, way back, and it was kind of in bad shape. And Rama IV is really famous for coming in and restoring a lot of these temples. And you can see, like the ordination stone, or the marker stones around this ordination hall. Very nice. We're going to go in here, and we're going to see a little ceremony with the monk. Before we go in, check out all the work above these doors. It looks like a chetty, and this is kind of the giveaway for the Bangkok style. And they do all this, like, just detail work all over. They have the naga there, and then you can see the doors, some more of the colossal doors that you see. Now, coming into the temple, you got to cross this threshold. And I believe it's like an elevated threshold that goes into, like, the belief that the ghosts can't climb. So the ghosts would come around, and they hit that threshold, and then they can't go over it. So it keeps the ghosts out. And then you can see around, they have all the murals and everything painted around in this ordination hall. And there's the Buddha image, and then we have a monk here that's going to do a ceremony. So this is what the doors look like in the inside of this temple. They are gigantic. And then you can see some of the murals around on the walls. Just detail on every little square inch of this whole hall. And there's the main Buddha. I'm not sure the styling of that Buddha. I can't really tell from here. And then the monk is right here, and all the people will get a little sermon from him. He'll talk to them a little bit about, you know, what they need to do in their life. You can see right above the Buddha has like a couple more little notches and stuff for smaller images. So this is interesting. All around the main Buddha here, you can see all the little tiny images. And what that represents is it's the disciples listening to the sermon of the Buddha. I've seen that in a few temples, and it's pretty neat to see. Okay, so we're back outside here. Take a quick look at the outside of this building. This is fantastic. This is a nice temple. I think this ordination hall is probably normally locked up, but they open it up for us on this tour. So we have a little Buddha under this wooden Thai-style building. And then you have a Buddha in the glass right there. And then over here, under that little moondrop building, is a Buddha footprint. And then let's see if we can see what this is. It may be locked. Okay, so here's the big, huge jetty. That's right behind it. Looks like it has like the relics and stuff down below. And it's in fantastic shape. It has 4 little jetties around at the 4 cardinal directions. And it has a little standing Buddha. Yeah, a lot of these old jetties has like a little place where you can walk, and it'll have like a relic and stuff underneath there. You can see they have like an emerald Buddha, and then they have a few other little parts in the alcove, and then it goes around in a circle. And let's go up these stairs and look around. So it has a little walkway, and you can see some people put some little tiny Buddhas right here. And then you can walk around this little jetty, and you can kind of see the surrounding countryside here. Out here is the temple wall, and then there's a big school that has the same name right over there. And you can keep circling around this pagoda if you want. Yeah, that's a nice look at this ordination hall. That is fantastic. And then over there is more of the temple buildings. And of course, we got a little temple cat here. Just gonna kitty kitty. Mm-hmm. You want a little bit of love? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this was a fantastic temple. I really liked this one. The inside of that hall was spectacular. So we're gonna load up on the boat and we're gonna go to our next stop. It'll be temple number 4. This is the boat we've been taking the whole day here. This is the Riva Express 3. And it was 599 baht a person for this boat, and it's a 6-hour tour, and it's stopping at 5 different temples. This is, what is this one? The 3rd one of 5, and we're going to continue on with our tour now. Okay, here we are. This is stop number 4. Now this is in the Bang Lampu area, and what we're at is another Ayutthaya style temple. So we're going to come in here and we're going to take a look at this ordination hall. This is a really nice building. It's another one of those that's in fantastic shape. So we're going to go in here and we're going to see. So the monks should be in here doing the little ceremony and stuff. So let's look around. Okay, so this is Wat Sam Phraya, which translates into roughly Temple of the Three Lords. And this was built originally by King Rama I. So we have the monk in here that'll be doing the ceremony here for everybody. And it fell into disrepair, and it was restored again by King Rama III. So we can look around inside of this hall. It looks really nice. It's the Bangkok style. You can see here's the Buddha. Then it has kind of some like wallpaper looking stuff up above, and then you can see the inlay into the wooden shutters and a few of the mural paintings and all of that on the inside of this building. So the current name of this temple is Wat Sam Phraya. It originally was named Wat Sak, and whenever it was restored by Rama III, he gave it the current name of Wat Sam Phraya, which means Temple of the Three Lords, which he was Rama III. So we have the monk here, and this should be pretty interesting. So you can see the temple doors here. They're about 3 meters tall and has this inlay, the black lacquer with the gold inlay, and then you can see the murals painted. Just a ton of detail in all of this work. Okay, this is the Wehan that's right next to that ordination hall we were just looking in. You can see they have it set up right now. They're going to do a ceremony in here. So they have all the chairs, they have the place here for the monks. And you can look around. This is pretty similar to what the Ayutthaya style would look like. It has the red roof, it has the plain white walls in here, it has the heavy duty window shutters and the Buddha and all of that. Alright, so we finished up at that little temple and we're back on the boat and we're going to go check out one more temple and then we'll call it a day from there. Okay, so we're going back by Wat Arun again. Probably one of the most recognized temples in Thailand. The Temple of the Dawn. And it was renovated fairly recently. You used to be able to go all the way up to the top, but now you can only go down in the lower, like right around that gold there on that prong. And you can see there's a ferry that takes you right over there to the dock. It's easy to get to from around the Grand Palace area. And over here we got the Royal Thai Navy headquarters again. You can see the fortifications. I think that's a little shrine to Prince Champon, who's considered the father of Thai Navy. And he died at at a young age, like in his 30s, he died from the flu. There's a shrine down around Champon dedicated to him. And then this is the Wat Chai Prasat Fort. And it's built up, looks like a ship. This is really cool. One of the early fortifications of Bangkok that's still around. And then one more temple right here. And we got one of the big dinner cruises. They're getting ready to get started up. You can see them prepping the boat. So it looks like we're going to go to this temple instead of, they changed their itinerary. Okay, so we changed plans here, and we ended up stopping at a different temple than what was on the itinerary. This is Wat Kanlayanamit, which is a Rama III era temple. And I've never been here before. I don't know much about it. I just know that it was built by Rama III for his best friend. That's what I guess the Kanlayanamit means, is like best friend. So we're going to go and we're going to walk around. And with Rama III, he has a lot of stuff that's tied into with China. So his friend was actually a Chinese guy, and you can see over this little building here has like the Chinese dragons and stuff on it. And then those little pagodas look Chinese. There'll be a lot of Chinese influence in this temple. This is the front of the temple. Now you can see the Chinese lanterns. You see the Chinese Buddhists over here. Oh, this is kind of neat. Let's walk over there and look at that. So you see they're burning the candles. And here's the Chinese Buddhas. Now, I want to look at this one over here. This one's kind of interesting. It has this Buddha with the prayer wheel behind it, but it has the dragon. Oh, this is really nice. I haven't seen one like this. So this is interesting. So you can see there's the face of the Chinese dragon. That's instead of like a naga, you'll see there's the prayer wheel, and then there's the seated Buddha. Okay, so we're going to go in here and we're going to look in this ordination hall. Yeah, this temple is fantastic. I'll come down here another day and just do a video specifically of this temple, I think. Now, look at how colossal those doors are. Wow. This building is gigantic. Okay, and then it has, of course, the normal stuff, all the detail work. Wow. So here is the main Buddha. Holy smokes, this is massive. And then you can see how the chandeliers are hanging down, and then all the floral print on all those columns. Now you go up over the threshold and then you come down into a hole basically. And so everybody's in here praying, rattling the sticks, and then there's all the stuff on the pedestal for the Buddha. And on here you have the drum, and over here's the lucky numbers. So they do the rattling of the sticks, and then they find their lucky number for their fortune. And then people can make donations to the temple here. They have the candles, the normal stuff. But this is an amazing Buddha in here. Okay, so let's look around the temple really quick and see what else is here. We only have a few minutes at this temple. Right out front is this massive bell tower. You can see the humongous bell, and then the drum will be up there. Then it has this prayer hall over here, and it looks like it may be locked up. It might be over here. Let's look over this way. Yep, it's locked up. So no luck to look in there. Have to come back another day. Like I said, I want to come back. I'll come back here to this temple and do a video just dedicated to it. This is really fantastic. And you can see the front of the building. And hear the Chinese music playing, the Chinese chanting. So everybody comes here. This is where they come and they burn the candles and light the joss sticks. And they have one building over here. They have a little glass room here. This is where people make the donations to the monks. You have a reclining Buddha over there, and there's a monk, and he's doing the little sermon now. All right, let's look in this one last building here. Looks like they're doing a little bit of renovation. And I can hear the monks in here chanting, so we have a ceremony going on. You can see the Buddha image up there. This is an old hall here. Wow. You can see the murals that are faded on the walls in there. Yeah, this is a nice hall. Oh, this is an amazing building here. So these are all the old Ayutthaya style murals in here. Wow, this is nice. Yeah, this building here definitely be worth coming to see again. We'll let the monks do their thing. Okay, so here's that big hall where it has that Buddha in it. It is gigantic. What an amazing temple. And then you have some chetties, and you have more of the grounds out here. Yeah, this was a real treat. This is a good way to finish the little tour today. And you can see the gates of the wall. All right, guys, so that finishes up our video today here on the Chao Phraya River in Bangkok. This has been a fantastic day. I've enjoyed this a lot. Hopefully my video isn't going to be 4 hours long. I mean, we spent 6 hours on the boat, and I kind of always want to catch and show everything just because there's so much cool stuff going on. And well, I'll try to trim it down and show you the highlights, the best stuff. So anyway, guys, we saw 5 different temples plus the little Chinese shrine, and we walked through and seen a lot of stuff. All this stuff I've never seen before. I've never been to most of these temples. I've been by them, and I didn't know anything about them. So I'm really happy that we've had a chance to see them today. So anyway, if you guys liked the video, make sure you click the like button, smash the like button, just takes a second. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel and share with your friends if you want on your social media. The subscriptions does me the most good, and it also notifies you whenever I post a new video. You get to see the content that I'm putting out. And I show you stuff just like this. I show you things that I see every day in Thailand. And if you enjoy it, then definitely subscribe, and then you can see all the new stuff. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you want to do something like this, tell me also. If you have any questions, let me know. Sometimes I don't explain well enough, so just ask me a question down in the comments, and I'll do my best to explain it. So as always, guys, from Bangkok, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.